Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button. Most importantly, please leave your opinions in the comment section. That way, you'll be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The Southeast Senate caucus has expressed worry over the system glitch that affected Jamb candidates in some centers in Lagos and especially across the whole southeast region. While describing the glitch as a curious and highly suspicious, the senators blamed it on injecting hateful politics and narrow parochial considerations in both policy enumeration and its implementation. In a statement issued on Saturday by its chairman, Senator Eyinaya Baribe, Abga, Abia South, the caucus said it hopes not to contemplate such conspiracy theory, that there is a narrow agenda being pursued to deliberately shortchange and harm the future of our children. Though the caucus noted with cautious optimism the efforts being made to mitigate the near disaster, particularly the rescheduling of examination, it however warns that a future reoccurrence will be unacceptable. Nonetheless, the Southeast senators welcome the timely acceptance of faults as expressed through the open declaration of regret and tearful apology by the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board Jamb management, particularly its registrar, Professor Isiaq Oluyede. The statement reads, according to Senator Abaribe, the Southeast lawmakers hope and warn that such a display of penitence in public would not be an effort to mask a future sinister agenda aimed at harming the educational advancement of children of the Southeast region. The so-called glitch, as curious and suspicious as it was, is enough to erode confidence and dangerously lower national pride among the future generation, the statement added. The relevant national education drivers must recognize the inherent danger of injecting hateful politics and narrow parochial considerations in both policy enunciation and its implementations. That the glitch happened in the whole of Southeast raises pertinent questions that must be answered by Jamb to assuage the growing frustrations and fears among the people of the region, particularly the children who are directly at the receiving end. We must pursue a Nigerian agenda and not a narrow one that will ultimately injure national unity. Education remains one of the most important bedrocks of any society's advancement. It is one major index of development in every facet of life that can never be faulted. Education is a major pivot that triggers national development. Every child is entitled to it, therefore, we must not play roulette with it. He added that Southeast Senate caucus is alert and under pressure as it unequivocally demands firm assurance from Jamb and other relevant national educational policy drivers that there will never be a recurrence of such scandalous glitch in the future. You all, let me have your total opinions in the comment section. What do you all think? Do you think that this was a deliberate attempt, to shortchange children from the southeastern, part of Nigeria? Or do you just think that, like other regions that experienced the glitch as well, that, this was just a coincidence and not, a planned agenda? What are your thoughts? I would love to hear from you in the comment section. And also, let me know what your thoughts are concerning the Jamb glitch in general as well. Because this year, only God knows what happened with the technical team working with Jamb. Had it been this was the first year that, the CBT was introduced to Jamb, I would have said, oh, okay, it's normal. But this is not the first year that, students have been writing exam using the CBT method. So what went wrong? What happened? How did everything just, changed? Let me know what your thoughts are on that in the comments section. And do you think that the tears we saw from the registrar of Jamb, do you think that was genuine or that was just, overly dramatic? Because I know how people usually respond to, men, or should I say males, crying online. The other day, I know this is just off topic, but I just want to mention it. The other day, Eniola, friends of Priscilla, the Yabo Ojo, the actress, popular actress, daughter who got married just recently, he was crying at her wedding, and a lot of people, gave him backlash for that. Some people were even of the opinion that no, there's no way they were dating, which was why he was crying. If he were to be a female and her best friend was getting married and she had cried, it wouldn't have been an issue. So why is it now an issue? Because, a male was crying publicly because his best friend was getting married. Let me have your thoughts on that in the comments section, because in Africa, like I said, this is off topic, but I just want to touch on it a little bit. In Africa, people do not believe that, or people do not, find it funny when they see men crying. And I think that, we are in a generation, or we have, everything have changed to the extent that I think that Africans should be more accepting of seeing men cry, because men have emotions too. They have blood running through their veins. They have blood running through. Yesterday, Davido cried at his friend's wedding. So what's the difference? What's the difference? I just think that we should be more accepting of the fact that, and be more accepting and be more open, to men showing their emotions. They don't have to bottle it up, which is why they die early. Most times the husband dies before the wife, and then the wife gets to reap, the fruit of her labor. It's just not fair, because when they have bottled up their feelings for so many years, when it will blow up, it will now become a problem. Anyway, moving on. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment is from Uchenna, who says, "Now, wow, if this is true, but I am sure they wasted their time, because whatever they like, let them do. But God is with the Igbo, just like the Israeli and IDF. Who can outsmart them? Nobody." Obina says, "Very good move, because if it was Igbo man as the head of Jamb, by now Southwest, with its propaganda machines, will so vilify and ask for the head of a Jamb boss. But because it affects Igbo, the theory and story will change to defend the defenseless." Juliet Johnson says, "You toothless bulldogs, you can't effect changes. You're just coming together to make believe. You all are just representing yourselves, not the people." Greg Ejiofor says, "That was exactly what MNK is saying, and they want to silence him by detaining him. An exam that was taken nationwide, only in Southeast was there glitches occur. No, not only in Southeast, just that the difference is that it affected all Southeastern states, but it also affected Lagos State, but not all Southwest states." Chris Ozoagbo says, "The only solution is for an outright cancellation of the entire results to ensure equity, fairness, and balance. They have learned it from the devilish INEC. They did it in 2023, and the heavens did not fall." Chidozie says, "It is highly suspicious that the glitch took place in the whole 5 Southeast states. The areas the glitch took place in Lagos should also be checked to ascertain if there are areas with Igbo predominance. Marginalization of Igbos by federal government and maltreatment by Lagos state government are too obvious. It becomes more suspicious with executive section of Jamb, Professor Oloyede, coming from an ethnic group, Yoruba, that sees Igbos as its major competitor in Nigeria. We are waiting for the outcome of the receipt exam." Anthony Sawyer says, "What happened in this contest is an exposure on how Igbo names will be negatively affected in the exercise of their voting rights comes 2027 election." Lastly, let's take a look at a reaction from Remitus, who says, "Igbo youth all over the globe should rise in anger to see that all these injustices and hatred against Igbos is killed. Enough is enough." Ojukwu, when he was interviewed, said, "I will fight again if we are not cowards and can never be. I let the Igbo youth undermine all these politicians from the region because they are another enemy to the region. One can only die once. Enough is enough. Glitch occurred only to the East region. Jamb will still fail the candidates." Let's have your total opinions in the comments section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video.